Welcome to Alina's story time. Today, let's continue our story of Ole-Luk-Oie, the Dream God, by Hans Christian Andersen. Friday. It is incredible how many old people there are who would be glad to have me at night, said Ole-Luk-Oie, especially those who have done something wrong. Good little Ole, say they to me, we cannot close our eyes, and we lie awake the whole night and see all our evil deeds sitting on our beds like little imps and sprinkling us with hot water. Will you come and drive them away, that we may have a good night's rest? And then they sigh so deeply and say, we would gladly pay you for it. Good night, Ole-Luk. The money lies on the window. But I never do anything for gold. What shall we do tonight? Asked Hjalmar. I do not know whether you would care to go to another wedding, he replied, although it is quite a different affair to the one we saw last night. Your sister's large doll, that is dressed like a man and is called Herman, intends to marry the doll Bertha. It is also the doll's birthday, and they will receive many presents. Yes, I know that already, said Hjalmar. My sister always allows her dolls to keep their birthdays, or to have a wedding when they require new clothes. That has happened already 100 times, I am quite sure. Yes, so it may. But tonight is the 101st wedding, and when that has taken place, it must be the last. Therefore, this is to be extremely beautiful. Only look. Hjalmar looked at the table, and there stood the little cardboard doll's house, with lights in all the windows, and drawn up before it were the tin soldiers presenting arms. The bridal pair were seated on the floor, leaning against the leg of the table, looking very thoughtful, and with good reason. Then Ole-Luk-Oie, dressed up in grandmother's black gown, married them. As soon as the ceremony was concluded, all the furniture in the room joined in singing a beautiful song, which had been composed by the lead pencil, and which went to the melody of a military tattoo. What merry sounds are on the wind, as marriage rites together bind a quiet and a loving pair, though formed of kid, yet smooth and fair. Hurrah! If they're deaf and blind, we'll sing, though weather prove unkind. And now came the present. But the bridal pair had nothing to eat, for love was to be their food. Shall we go to a country house or travel? Asked the bridegroom. Then they consulted the swallow, who had traveled so far, and the old hen in the yard, who had brought up 5 broods of chickens. And the swallow talked to them of warm countries, where the grapes hang in large clusters on the vines, and the air is soft and mild, and about the mountains glowing with colors more beautiful than we can think of. But they have no red cabbage like we have, said the hen. I was once in the country with my chickens for a whole summer. There was a large sand pit in which we could walk about and scratch as we liked. Then we got into a garden in which grew red cabbage. Oh, how nice it was. I cannot think of anything more delicious. But one cabbage stalk is exactly like another, said the swallow. And here we have often bad weather. Yes, but we are accustomed to it, said the hen. But it is so cold here and freezes sometimes. Cold weather is good for cabbages, said the hen. Besides, we do have it warm here sometimes. 4 years ago, we had a summer that lasted more than 5 weeks, and it was so hot one could scarcely breathe. And then, in this country, we have no poisonous animals, and we are free from robbers. He must be wicked who does not consider our country the finest of all lands. He ought not to be allowed to live here. And then the hen wept very much and said, "I have also traveled. I once went 12 miles in a coop, and it was not pleasant traveling at all." "The hen is a sensible woman," said the doll Bertha. "I don't care for traveling over mountains, just to go up and come down again. No, let us go to the sand pit in front of the gate, and then take a walk in the cabbage garden." And so they settled it. That's all for today. We'll continue our story tomorrow. Hope you have a good dream. Good night.